right, I think it's finally time to address the elephant in the room. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy. I'm a full-time content creator and lover of everything amazing. I am also a baby army, and this is my first time being around the army during, I guess, I don't know if you would consider this a scandal or some drama or just some wild stuff going on right now. So I'm sure many of you have heard of the situation going on right now with Suga. He was caught riding a motorized scooter. Like, it's still very vague. That's the issue with the situation, but he was basically caught drinking and driving. So there's this whole controversy going around, and I wasn't sure if it was my place to speak on this. Maybe it's not, but I know after watching so many videos like the rise of Bangtan or all of the hate that BTS has faced within their history of being a group, that sometimes some of these journalists, some of these companies can really extend the truth and really try to get the public to believe things that maybe happened, maybe didn't happen. All I know is when I first heard of the situation, I was like devastated because I heard so many crazy things, like he was on the road, or he was going this fast, or he was riding this type of vehicle, and his alcohol limit was crazy high. So I think it might be a good idea for us to watch Boracity Magazine's most recent video, watch it together, and try to get as much of the information as possible. I will preface by saying I have seen the CCTV footage already, and it really did change my perspective on the entire situation. But I want to watch everything with you so we can maybe work out our feelings on this together. So cozy up and let's see what's going on here.
As an international BTS fan, I always refrain from giving my opinion about South Korea's laws regarding military service and exemptions. And I thought this was a nice and respectful act of the vast majority of the fandom. This was some kind of movement shared by international fans.
Okay, let me just read some of these. We don't speak on enlistment because it isn't our place to talk about it. Leave it to the South Koreans. We definitely are not in a position to. I agree with this completely. I am an international BTS fan, so I'm not aware of all of the South Korean laws, and I'm kind of relieved I wasn't around during BTS's enlistment last year, because I'm sure that was a whole other mess of drama, but definitely a reason why I felt like this wasn't my place to speak on. But again, you guys asked me to in the comments, so
we are not South Korean
let's talk
citizens,
about it.
So it's respectful to let them debate this issue by themselves. But am I supposed to still keep my mouth shut when the respect and consideration are not given back? Why have international armies created a movement of respect towards the South Korean opinion, yet the South Korean opinion does not even bother to recognize its own scandal culture problem?
Whoa. That's tea. That's tea. Obviously, through watching a bunch of videos, we all know, or if you don't know, that BTS has had a lot of issues with like South Korea not really supporting them. South Korean news outlets, you know, putting out fake stories about them, or, you know, South Korean award shows not recognizing BTS because they didn't follow the exact steps that other South Korean groups had to go to, and they kind of just broke through because they got so popular so fast, which is not really their fault. Like, they were working hard, but anyway, oh, I'm nervous.
Recently, Suga of BTS had some drinks, and instead of driving his car home, he rode a mini electric scooter like this, with a helmet. He traveled in the correct lane for a third of a mile, but while approaching the entrance of his house, he fell after a sharp turn. A police officer approached him and administered a breath test. His blood alcohol content was at least 0.08%, which is above license revocation levels in South Korea. So his license was revoked and he received a fine. Suga shared a statement explaining what happened, and said that he didn't know that there was a rule that said that you cannot ride a scooter under the influence of alcohol. But
in where I live, I mean, I've had parties in my early 20s where people have gone home on like their bicycles or scooters and stuff. And to be honest, I don't even know if it's a law out here that you're not supposed to be riding your bicycles under the influence. But I will say my friends that rode bicycles under the influence, one time, one of them was literally hit by a car. So this is not safe. And I know Suga knows that now. So definitely don't want to condone ever operating any sort of vehicle under the influence. But of course, when you're far from your house and you just want to get home, maybe you're not thinking that. But he did say he didn't know. And like his apology, I read it and it did like, you could tell how bad and embarrassed he felt, period. Like, and I don't blame him.
But
Like,
he accepts the consequences. There was no damage and no person was harmed.
Thank
For
God.
7 days, the details were not shared by police, but the incident prompted a wave of news articles with crazy speculations. Rumor after rumor about the details of his fall. The exact percent
that top left video was the one I first saw. No way.
incident prompted a wave of news articles with crazy speculations. Rumor after
This top left video is the one that I thought was true. And I was like that's how like manipulative the media can be. They don't even have the full information. For 7 days, the police hadn't released the proper information, and people are releasing random videos of random people on scooters who are probably not even related to the situation at all. Because when I saw that video, I was like, Suga, what have you done? But clearly that wasn't the real video.
Rumor about the details of his fall, the exact percentage of alcohol level, the exact model of scooter, and even rumors about him having
Look at that. The scooter is a big thing too here. So they were kind of making it seem in the media like it was more so like a moped, kind of like a motorcycle, which those things go really fast, but really it was like legit like a scooter. And again, not saying that that can't harm somebody, but the harm difference that a scooter can make versus a moped or a motorized like intense vehicle are very different, very different.
Exact model of scooter, and even rumors about him having to leave BTS because of this damaging scandal. The media even reported rumors that said that Suga was found lying on the ground, suggesting that he was passed
I heard
out
that.
drunk. They also worded the incident as Suga was driving a scooter. Well, you cannot drive a mini scooter or even a regular
True.
scooter. You ride a scooter. International.
That's true. I never took that in. I also heard that he was passed out and the cops found him. But if you see the CCTV footage, and I'm not laughing at the situation, I'm sorry. But he's driving down the street and he's going like pretty slow. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's people walking on the street. He's making sure he's not hitting them or even being near them, but he's driving, and of course he has to drive by 3 cops. And I feel like the cops' presence kind of made him nervous, because that's when he turns and he falls right in front of the cops. Like, what kind of that's just so unfortunate timing. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I've been in situations, and my parents have been in situations where like one little slip up. I remember one time I was in the back of my mom's car after the beach. She put my seatbelt on me in my car seat, but I was old enough that I learned how to take it off. So she puts me in the car seat. I'm safe in the back seat of her car. She starts driving. She doesn't realize that I took the car seat off, and I'm just sitting there with like no seatbelt on. The cops stop her and they gave her the ticket, and like literally I think like CPS got involved. Like, it was so blown out of proportion. But again, I know that wasn't safe. I know maybe she should have triple checked that I was in the seat, but it's just like, sometimes it really is just unfortunate circumstances. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm making, what I don't want to do in this video is to make a bunch of excuses. Let me just absorb the information because I'm nervous.
K-pop fans love this. Finally, a BTS related scandal to talk about. So they created the hashtag Suga Challenge, sharing pictures from Pinterest of.
Are you serious? This is insane.
So they created.
This is insane. The Suga Challenge. Oh, this makes me want to cry. You don't have to jump on the challenge for our Yoongi Friday Night Suga Challenge. Dude, this is crazy behavior.
Hashtag Suga Challenge, sharing pictures from Pinterest of people drinking and driving cars. And of course, the very professional South Korean media had a new headline.
Oh my God,
an
stop!
irresponsible challenge to support Suga. To make this believable, the media cut or blurred the profile pictures.
Because it's probably people that work at these sketchy news stations tweeting these things out, and they're covering the names because they don't want to be caught for putting out these weird ass pictures themselves.
The usernames, which clearly show that they are not fans of BTS. They are fans of other K-pop groups. Even with some minimal research, you can find videos of these BTS haters organizing this challenge with the intent to pose as armies. As deranged as this sounds, this happens all the time, and I would have never thought of making a video about it. These hashtags are seen by K-pop stans and they end with K-pop stans. No one outside of the K-pop circle cares or even knows about it. But not this time.
I haven't heard of this.
One article attributing the challenge to ARMYs became the #1 trending article on Naver, the Google of South Korea.
Wow.
Now you may ask yourself, why is such an irrelevant and fake hashtag news in South Korea? Why would South Korean media even go as far as to blur the profile pictures and usernames of the actual fandoms participating?
Why is this being like journalized? You know, like, do they not have other issues to be reporting on? And instead they're giving a bunch of like clout and a bunch of, I don't know, putting the limelight on haters to BTS, to a group. Like, are you kidding me? Instead of actually learning the facts on the situation and spreading actual helpful information to help people understand the true facts, they're doing this. Like, they're making Suga seem so bad, which we all know he probably feels so bad already. Like, this is just straight up cyberbullying at this point. This is so stupid and so irrelevant to the situation. I just don't understand. It's just weird to me because journalism, people are supposed to be completely unbiased, right? Like, they're just supposed to give you the facts and you make up an opinion of yourself. But from everything I've seen of these journalists in South Korea reporting on BTS, the ones that are like haters, they twist the story so much, and you could just tell in their words and everything they write and everything they report on that they just hate BTS and they want to take them down. And why? I don't know. It's so frustrating. I'm so frustrated. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
It all goes back to the scandal culture in South Korea. The simple act of dating is a scandal. Getting tattoos can also be a scandal. And of course,
was that Suga telling Jungkook, is like, why are you saying you want to get a tattoo? Like, even Suga, see, protecting Jungkook to be like, you know, if you say you're going to get a tattoo on media, you're going to get hated on. So obviously he knows the boundaries on what dignifies getting hate on. So he genuinely did not know that you cannot operate or ride a scooter when you're intoxicated. Like, I just can't.
Falling from a scooter is also a scandal. But what I find the most interesting part of all of this is that I cannot seem to find a single step of at least recognizing the scandal problem South Korea has.
What the public wants when celebrities make a mistake is accountability.
Whenever something silly like this happens, South Korean K-pop creators always say, "Oh, you international fans just don't understand. Our society actually cares a lot about the dangers of scooters. It may not be a big deal for the rest of the world, but here it is."
That's funny, but in South Korea, there has been a lot of concerns regarding electric kickboards. There has been a lot of public outcry of we need to ban these altogether.
These celebrities are idolized by so many people and they have so much influence, and that's why the public just wants them to own their mistakes.
Okay, so let's see how much South Korea...
But Suga immediately owned his mistake. Like, that night that he got into the accident, he tweeted or whatever. I don't know if it's on Weaver. I don't know what the site is, but he put out a statement, and so did Big Hit. So
cares about the morality, and
I just feel like so many celebrities would try to immediately brush it under the rug, be like, if only they got a bunch of hate, then they would make the apology. Suga didn't miss a beat. You know what I mean? Like, he immediately was like, he was so apologetic right off the bat. No celebrities out here do that. No celebrities out here do that.
Ethics of celebrities violating traffic laws. Daesung of Big Bang was in court for vehicular manslaughter in 2011. An intoxicated motorcyclist crashed into a street lamp. Daesung was not intoxicated, but because he was speeding and driving recklessly, he ran over the motorcyclist and later crashed into a taxi in front of him.
Oh my God.
Case, the celebrity was driving an actual car recklessly. There was actual people involved.
Wow,
there was
what the
actual
hell?
property damage. But the scandal passed. People forgot about it, and the following years, his group won Artist of the Year.
Are you... Did he not go to jail? Look, I'm never about being like, oh, I'm part of this group's fandom, so I hate this one. Like, y'all know I'm a multi-stan. I love Stray Kids. I love BTS, okay? You guys can tell me all you want. BTS is better. You must love BTS #1. I just love groups, okay? I'm never gonna, but like, what I don't condone is this. Like, It's not the fact that Army is calling out this group because, you know, Army's number one and BTS has to be number one. No, it's because what the hell? Compare the situations, actually compare everything. This person from this group literally, I don't know if he killed somebody, but literally hit somebody with his car. There was huge damages. Like, people were injured and Suga fell off a scooter. Like, and these people are still going to win awards. How did this guy get out of this? What the heck? That's crazy.
Multiple times. The South Korean public was also appalled by Justin Bieber's arrest after driving under the influence of marijuana and Xanax, but they quickly forgot about it too, and Justin Bieber stayed as one of the most listened to international artists in South Korea to this day.
Oh, I didn't know he was popping in South Korea like that. Damn.
Korean actress Kim Se-ron was not only caught driving under the influence, but she also damaged lampposts, guardrails, and crashed into an electric transformer, cutting the electricity of 50
And she tried to flee the scene. Girl, this is broad daylight too. This is crazy.
7 cafes. She got one fine and later was the star of a music video and appeared on a Netflix series.
Only a fine. Wait, did she get her license revoked? We didn't mention that, but I need to know if she got her license revoked, because the fact that Suga got his license revoked is what's blowing my mind. Again, I'm not condoning operating vehicle under the influence. I definitely think, you know, Big Hit said that he's going to be reprimanded. Like, they're going to handle things on their end. The police gave him a fine. He apologized. But like, getting your license revoked is like, that's top tier. But also people are trying to kick him out of BTS too. Like, it's for riding a freaking scooter.
A police officer was caught driving an electric kickboard so drunk that he collapsed and he had to be taken to the hospital, but he also got a fine. These are traffic law cases with people involved and property damage, and they are treated as nothing but trendy scandals.
It's really not looking good. It does not look good.
It's not looking good. When I said it's not looking good, I never meant legal-wise. I meant reputation-wise. Yoongi and ultimately BTS, because he's a part of BTS. The reputation resulting from all of this is not looking good. Not looking good in the K-public space's eye, because reputation is very important for celebrities. The reputation resulting from all of this
slow-mo.
is not looking good.
The slow-mo is
Suga
crazy.
chose not to drive his car while intoxicated, but because he fell from his scooter, his quote-unquote scandal is as big or
If you watch the footage of the scooter, like, he's going so slow. My friends who used to drive home like on their scooters or on their bicycles would new. Like, they'd go so much faster than even how Suga's going on this thing apparently has a motor. It's mad effing slow. Again, I'm not saying that it was a good thing. I'm not saying that he couldn't have caused injury, but he's going so slow. Like,
even bigger than Daesung's deadly accident at this point. So I'm sorry if I don't believe when Korean accounts say that this is a big deal in South Korea, because South Korea takes drunk scooter riding very seriously. No, this is not the result of society's heartfelt care for traffic laws. This is the result of the constant desperation to make anything and everything a scandal. South Korean K-pop stans love consuming and feeding any kind of rumors. They love making everything a scandal, but they don't truly care. It's not the action they are outraged about. It's the scandal culture they want to participate in. It's like a game. And in a game, demanding seriousness, proper research, and professionalism is kind of pointless.
scandals are momentary, but the psychological effects are not. Thank goodness this creator is talking about this, because we know that Suga is very vocal and has always been very vocal about mental health and, you know, the struggles that he's gone through with depression and anxiety and stuff like that. And like, as somebody that's gone through my own mental health struggles, like, it just breaks my heart, because at this point, what more can he do? Like, you guys are just rubbing salt in the wound with this stupid, like, Yoongi challenge or whatever of the beer thing and driving while drunk or whatever. And like what more do you want from him? You really want him to be removed from BTS? What will that do for you? what will that do for you? The only thing that's going to do is ruin a man's life after a mistake that he made. And I don't know about y'all, but I've made countless mistakes in my life. I'm sure you have made mistakes in your life as well. And to be judged so harshly on one mistake and for the world to make you feel like now you're causing a bunch of random people to do the same thing that you did. Just, I can't imagine what he's going through. Like, it just breaks my heart.
When I made my video about the Min Hee-jin and HYBE conflict, I saw some people who are not from South Korea say the same thing. This is not a big of a deal. Let them talk. Nothing will happen to BTS. And that is 100% true. Of course, Suga will stay in BTS. Of course, BTS will have a successful comeback. Of course, people will forget about this in a couple of weeks. Of course, the rage is performative. But when will it stop? We can all see that these headlines are nothing but rage bait. But why do BTS have to even go through that? Why did the police transform a one-day scooter investigation into a full-week drunk driving investigation, allowing the media to make 1,400 articles full of rumors and lies?
Literally, are the cops, what are they doing? Like, I am not from South Korea. I don't know their laws, but I get that things take time, okay? I get that, but like, so many things they just brush under the rug when they should be looking into other issues way more intensely. Like, one time I came back to, well, this is where I live, so maybe I should talk about it. But like, some cops are so chill out here when I'm like scared for my life. They're like, it's fine. Like, you lived, right? Calm down and move on. So like, to make such a big deal and make this into a 7-day investigation when it was like something that happened in the span of 10 minutes is just wild to me, because yeah, it's almost like the news people had all this free time to just make a bunch of rumors, and that's not fair. It's just not fair.
Why is this so normalized? And I, as an international fan, I'm not supposed to say anything. Even now, I see ARMY saying please and thank you when demanding a retraction and proper research. ARMYs have asked me to make a video not calling out the media, but exposing the truth instead. I'm sorry, but I'm tired.
Period.
We all know the truth. And they know the truth, but the truth is boring. The truth won't give them those juicy headlines. We're all aware that the situation is silly, and we're all aware that the headlines are silly. But the normalization of bullying and smear campaigns in South Korea have turned out to be deadly. Only months ago, Parasite actor Lee Sung-kim committed suicide after 2 months full of sensationalist coverage of a police investigation that claimed that he possibly consumed recreational drugs. Parasite director Bong Joon-ho led a protest demanding the police and the media to reflect on their sensationalist methods.
I heard about that actor sadly like taking his own life, and I had no idea it was because he potentially took recreational drugs, which celebrity hasn't, okay? Not saying that I condone it, but it's like, but yeah, like I did hear it was a big thing and that media was basically at fault. Like, how devastating is that?
These were 50 articles a day for 2 entire months.
Oh my gosh.
But here we are, months after, seeing the police take a full week to investigate details like the model of Suga's scooter, while the media writes 200 articles a day.
Oh my God.
Week of 1,400 articles of speculations and lies. Here we are, months after, seeing the media intentionally manipulate facts and speculate the worst once again.
It's just so devastating.
Of course, these too shall pass. BTS has gone through way worse smear campaigns, and the support of family, fans, and each other has only made them stronger. But international fan or not, I cannot stay here pretending that making every silly thing a scandal is normal. I'm tired of the, you guys just don't understand our society. No, you don't understand that your scandal culture is deranged. South Korean and international K-pop stans are deranged because the media's headlines are deranged. And this same scandal culture...
Pop off. See, like, this stuff I cannot speak on. Okay, I recently just this year got into like listening to K-pop and you know, learning more about this whole universe. So I don't know enough to speak on the entire South Korean fan base and these smear campaigns. But from what I've seen and every information that I've been learning, all the information I've been learning, this person is not far off. Like, to even bring up what happened with that Parasite actor, it's not like the person of this video, I believe Boracity, it's not like they're making it up. You know what I mean? It really does sound like they know what they're talking about. And to be honest, good for them. It sounds like they're sick of it. And being a creator is so scary. And talking on these issues is so scary because people can twist your words and people can call you a hater and people can blow things out of proportion. But like, at the end of the day, we're just saying how we feel. And you can listen and you can not listen. You can twist their words, whatever. But I'm proud of this creator because I'm sure this is something that so many people may be thinking but are scared to say, you know? Period. Preach to this creator.
Is the one that allows retractions and the deleting of articles so normalized. With Suga's case, there are already closed comment sections, videos unavailable for the international public, and deleted articles.
Wow.
But they don't matter. They are just another part of the game. The idea of a scandal was successfully planted and shared hundreds of thousands of times. In my opinion, this was not a mistake or lack of research. These and many other defaming articles are intentional. Not even the release of the real CCTV footage is enough for the media to issue retractions or apologies, because they are still, quote, verifying the matter. South Korean media knows the truth and they don't care.
I thought it was cultural differences. I gave you guys the benefit of the doubt. I was like, oh, maybe electric scooters are different in Korea. You guys were acting like he was going 50 miles an hour, going under cars, going over trucks and everything. And I'm so sorry to tell you this, but I could not give a about a little man on a scooter. The way that was blown.
Sorry. Like, just if you haven't seen the CCTV footage, please go watch it because she's not even far off. Like, just like you should have heard when I first heard about this story, how I was talking to my partner, I was like, dude, what is happening? Like, of course I'd become an army and like freaking Suga's like doing some crazy stuff and he's in this crazy scandal. He's going 1,000,000 hours per hour and he could have hit somebody. And then I watched the footage and I'm like, this man was going like 2 kilometers. Okay, I don't know the exact how fast he was going, but I'm like, dude, I've done worse, bro. I have done worse. But like she said, we don't care about a little man on the scooter. There's huge issues on this earth right now. There are huge issues on this earth.
Proportion. I f***ing hate y'all.
He did not fall because he was driving too fast. He fell because of the sharp turn.
Literally.
These smear campaigns need to stop. And all these challenges popping out of nowhere that we did not create, you need to stop.
I can laugh and say all of this over falling from a scooter, but it's not just that really. They are making this scooter thing a big deal because this is the worst they can find on BTS. South Korean media has broken into their building with no entry pass and they have found nothing. That nothing has been shared on national television. They claim to have found proof that the BTS members were having trouble with their label and were planning to sue them.
What? This is how they broke the lawsuit news?
JTBC's newsroom aired this footage on TV and then removed the pictures they got secretly before releasing the news replay online. You can still see the comment of JTBC.
Recently, our newsroom reported on the situation in which BTS is considering legal action against their agency. As a result of follow-up coverage, it was determined that there was little chance that it would actually escalate into a legal dispute. In addition, JTBC expresses regret for filming some of the facilities without obtaining prior permission from Big Hit Entertainment during its coverage of the issue. We also seriously and humbly accept criticism that we may have reported too early on the matter. What? So they busted into like what, Big Hit Entertainment Studios or like the apartment buildings of where BTS is hanging out and made up this whole story. And instead of making a video to express their regret, they drop a pinned comment on a YouTube video. Girl, you gotta be kidding me. I want an apology with tears if you're coming up with stories like this.
Admitting to their lie on their YouTube video's comment section. This was the best they could find. So of course they're going to speculate, exaggerate, and exploit this quote-unquote content as much as possible and create all kinds of speculations. Now that Suga's real CCTV footage was revealed, the media is still demanding him to pose for a photo line in front of a police station. Like,
what the heck? People don't want that. Are you serious? Like, this is what cops do after somebody's been like or something, you know, like, and you go up there, like, there's like a huge scandal investigation. You go up there, you talk about it, like, they want him to do this for falling off a scooter. You are wildin'.
Other celebrities accused of crimes too. The media is basically admitting publicly that what they want is the shot. This shot means social punishment because the image of a celebrity standing in the photo line in front of a prosecutor's office is enough presumption of guilt for the public. Suga needs to give this shot to them as a form of apology or else. Reporter Choi Yi-ye threatened.
This is just these like reporting outlets trying to make a coin, you know? Trying to make a coin off a picture of Suga from BTS, like apologizing for falling off a scooter. Like, holy moly, what is going on out there? I can't, like, it's so scary to speak on because, again, I don't know a lot about the situation, but like, do y'all not have bigger fish to fry? The man wasn't doing drugs. Like, alcohol is legal. I still don't even know if riding a bicycle, like if it doesn't have a motor, if that is legal or not, because like anything you do, like, I don't know, could be anything you could do could be dangerous. Just being drunk, but being drunk is legal. I just think this is getting so blown out of proportion, and to ask the man to do this is wild. It's wild, and we really need to start investigating why these media outlets legitimately hate BTS, and also like the whole, there has to be laws around this. Like even paparazzi following people around, how is that not stalking? All of these smear campaigns, how is that not considered cyberbullying? Even in the westernized world right now, there's this show called Love Island where people have taken their lives from Love Island. Even the host has taken her life from Love Island, and it is like probably due to all the bullying and stuff that happens on these shows. And it's like, why do we treat celebrities like they're not people with real feelings? I'm not saying brush it on the rug and be like, wow, Suga, that was so funny and cute how you fell off the scooter. Like I've seen some army saying like how funny and cute and silly it is. And you know what? As silly as it is, obviously it was not the right move for him to do that. And he knows that, and he's apologized for it, and he doesn't want you guys to think like, this was so cute and funny. Like, go do it. Like, let's just all get litty and go riding on a scooter. Like, you could tell he's like, no, army, I messed up. So I definitely don't think it's okay for the armies out there being like, this is awesome. Like, you know what? Everybody just hates Suga. This was so funny. Like, at the same time, we need balance, y'all. We need to appreciate the situation for what it was, know how wrong it was. But on the other hand, we also have to appreciate how quick Suga was to apologize, how quick he was to realize that he made a mistake. Maybe he should have Googled if he was allowed to ride a scooter. But we've all been in that situation where we just want to get home, okay? So there's so many sides to this, but I just think this is wild to make such a big deal out of a scooter, period.
I mean, reported. Suga should not be thought of as a guillotine who must avoid the photo line in front of the police station. If a person avoids or ostracizes reporters, as in the previous case of singer Kim Ho-jun, it is highly likely that doubts will be raised about the sincerity of the person's reflection. Suga must think about how to appease those who are disappointed and angry at his mistake.
If I was him, I'm sorry. Is this problematic? If I was him, I'd be like, I made my statement. Bigot made the statement. I'm done. Like, I'm just at that point. What more do you want from me? What do you want? You want me to get a tattoo that says I'm sorry? You want me to get a tattoo that says I don't ride a scooter? Like, what more do they want from him? And don't say the police line thing, because like that's just so. What's the point of that besides just making him feel extremely ashamed, even though he probably already feels like that?
But they can only wish to find a real scandal.
I'm sweating.
On BTS.
I'm sweating.
Why focus on the real crimes of celebrities when a fake BTS-related hashtag got them hundreds of thousands of impressions? Why be outraged about the celebrities trafficking women when Suga of BTS fell from his mini scooter? And again, I would have ignored these silly articles like I mostly do. I really did not plan to make a video clarifying anything or asking for an apology from the media, because sadly, this happens all the time, and they do it on purpose. But I am tired of the public's lack of awareness. I'm tired that even the protests of South Korea's most beloved director are ignored. I'm tired of the South Korean K-pop content creators.
What does that mean? Can I even say that word? I don't know what does that
and
mean?
online accounts trying to silence and shame the international opinion because their word is apparently the only valid one. And no, I'm not from a privileged country giving my opinion on another country's freedom of speech. I'm from a small-minded country with a very similar type of yellow press and scandal culture. But I'm glad that at least the younger generation is aware of these tactics and able to call out our country's press. As a fan of BTS, I know that there are topics related to their country's laws and traditions that are not my place to comment on or make videos about. But I believe I can still advocate for the mental peace of a group of artists who did nothing but proudly share their culture to the world.
You know what? And I understand what they're saying as well. You know, like, we are not from South Korea. We don't know their laws. But does that mean that international fans are not allowed to share how they feel on a situation? Like, I think if somebody wants to share their position on the situation, they are allowed to. Like, are they not? Like, why? There are so many things, like, even about their enlistment that people are like, you're not allowed to speak on it. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. But, like, do I have a mouth? Yes. Do I have thoughts? Yes. Like, yes, I am. I think the difference here is you're allowed to share your opinions on things. But, like, of course, international fans shouldn't be like, and the law is, and according to my calculations, you know, we can't be spitting out facts and stuff like that if we don't know the whole story. Like, but we can share, like, damn, like, I feel this emotion about this. I think there's a difference there. I don't know.
Dream.
Damn. Okay. Wow. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Let's see some comments. The South Korean society obsession with creating scandals and giving hate is exactly what has led artists to self-exit. Yeah. Imagine trying to defend mass cyberbullying in the name of culture when the same culture has been the reason for many celebs ending up taking the extreme steps. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me that so many things are legal. Like I said, like paparazzi, stalking, like smear campaigns. Like, there's so many things where, like, you can't even say something wrong about a company or a person or a celebrity out here because you could be sued for defamation. How are these media outlets not able to be sued for defamation? Just because they're journalists, they're allowed to say and do whatever they want. Something feels like there's like a disconnect there where they're able to avoid, you know, being reprimanded, or they're able to avoid like certain laws just because they're journalists reporting on stuff. But, like, what are you reporting on? You're tweeting, you're sharing pictures of people being trolls on the internet. How is that helpful to this case or this investigation at all? Like, show us the CCTV footage, show us the police report, show us the apologies and the statements, and that's it. Like, you did your job. I don't need to know how else you feel on it. Is that problematic? I don't know, man. This whole situation has me so heated, but I want to say thank you for commenting and saying that you think I should speak on it, because, man, was I sitting there like, I want to make a video on this. I want to make a video on this, but it's not my place, but I'm nervous. But, like, it's just hard. It's just a tough situation. Suga is obviously not a bad person. We all know he's, like, so freaking amazing. They have done so much good for the world. They have used their power for good, but time and time again, people try to tear them down because, I don't know if it's like jealousy of their success, or because they didn't follow the traditional way of becoming famous. Like, I don't know. But what I do know is how I feel in the situation. I don't think that it was the best idea for him to operate or, like, ride a scooter while he was under the influence of alcohol. But also, I think what the media is doing and what the police did to take that long to investigate a scooter incident speaks more volumes on that situation. I love that Suga apologized immediately. I love that he took accountability. I think so many celebrities never do that, and they do way worse things. And I'm not here to tomato nothing, okay, and compare him to other celebrities. This situation in itself, I think he took the exact steps that any respectable person would do. Apologize, say he's gonna do better, and Big Hit saying that he's gonna be reprimanded. That's it. That's all that needed to happen. These smear campaigns, these trolls on the internet, everything else is just so out of left field. People just need to find other ways to fill their time in the day. That's it. I don't know. How do you feel in this situation? I would love to know your thoughts on everything. And yeah, again, I just feel like it's so important because when I was first reading on the situation and learning about it, I was really disappointed in some army. I am sorry to say that in some army, I was reading in TikTok comments, like I'm talking day 1, day 2 of the scandal when we thought it was way worse, okay? Where they're just like being like, oh, Suga, like, it's fine. Like, he wasn't going to hurt anybody. Or like, oh, it's just BTS being silly, quirky. Like, I think as a fandom of a group, you need to be able to look at all the sides of the situation and understand both ends. Like, could somebody have gotten hurt? Even if it was Suga, could he have gotten hurt? Yes, you know? And like, just don't excuse celebrity behaviors because at the end of the day, celebrities are people just like us. So you should not be putting people or celebrities on a pedestal. But of course, everybody makes mistakes and that's the other end. Like, definitely have some grace, like understand that people make mistakes. There's so many contributing factors and we'll never know the whole entire truth. So I don't know. I just think it's important to just see every single side of the situation. And we're just, I guess, going to get more as time goes on. But I would love to know your guys' opinions on this. And yeah, I just hope he's okay. At the end of the day, let's just all send Suga some love. Let's all send everybody some love. Everybody deserves the love. But I just, please, like, if you could tweet him or something, I don't know. How do we help? How do we make him feel more love? Like, stream Augusti? Like, I don't know. I just hope he's okay. I just feel horrible when celebrities go through things because you can feel so alone, you know, and he's already serving in the military. Like, I just can't imagine what he's going through. Oh my God, it breaks my heart. But friends, thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Please make sure you like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to subscribe. Okay. This really isn't my usual content, but thank you if you watched. Thank you if you stuck around, and thank you for having this discussion with me and whichever army or people that watch this video. I appreciate it. I think it's always good to just talk things out and let it out. Okay, I love you guys. Okay, keep it fresh, keep it cute, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends. I'm out.